Hey guys, welcome back to the Coleman Nation. Today's going to be a fun episode. My producers basically want to surprise me by having a bunch of shorts and reels that are playing and get my reaction to them. I don't know what they're going to ask me to watch. So this is going to be sincerely a surprise, as I will be just as surprised as you are by whatever they're about to show me, and we're going to film some sincere reactions.
Give me this here. Give me all of them. Look. Yes. See that? Trump was right about everything. Just came in. Somebody sent, I said, this was sent in by a fan. I said, I think we should make some of them, right? But we were, pretty much. You want one? Are you allowed to take one? Because he'll consider it. I know him well. He's sort of a stiff. Yeah, Brian, you're not a stiff. He's sort of a stiff guy. You know? He'll take other things, but not a free hand.
Always say yes to the president. Always say yes to the
Would
president.
anybody like one?
That's hilarious. I think that's one of the things that people don't give him enough credit for, and especially I think that people on the opposite side of Trump politically that don't give him enough credit for is his sense of humor is awesome, and he's actually a very funny person. So I like that video. I think that. I think the press and the media has gone unchecked, and the fact that he's gonna kind of rub their face in it right now, I think is it's a good thing. So, reaction to that video, positive. That's a thumbs up.
I think there's only one trilogy that completely and utterly works to the nth degree. Fistful of Dollars for a Few Dollars More, and The Good and the Bad and the Ugly.
That's a trilogy?
Yeah, so yeah. Well,
Oh, those are all the same character.
Yeah.
It's the Man with No Name.
The Man with No Name, yeah.
Clint Eastwood.
It's a one director vision, Sergio Leone, through all three
So
movies.
that's the spaghetti westerns.
Yes. The thing about it is, it does what no other trilogy has ever been quite able to do. The first movie is terrific, but the second movie is so great and takes the whole idea for A Few Dollars More is so great and takes the whole idea to such a bigger canvas that it obliterates the first one. And then the third one, Good and the Bad and the Ugly, does the same thing to the second one. And that's kind of what never happens. You'll see this big jump from the first to the second, and they don't really land the third one.
So that was Quentin Tarantino talking about the Man with No Name trilogy, basically Clint Eastwood. I remember I saw them when I was a little kid, you know, Fistful of Dollars, Good and Bad, the Ugly, and A Few Dollars More, right? And so the funny thing is that, and this is a story that a lot of people don't know, but my father-in-law, God rest his soul, he passed away a long time ago, but he was actually one of Clint Eastwood's really good friends. And his name was Herb Winters. He and Clint Eastwood grew up together, and he was in a bunch of films with Clint. And then when Clint went to film all the spaghetti westerns, you know, Herb decided to stay back and you know, wound up having my wife, his daughter. I think that he, from talking to my wife, she said that he probably wanted to have pursued acting a little bit more. And it's funny because she wound up running into him with her dad in the early 80s. I'm telling this story. This is a pretty cool story, but I should do a whole episode on this. But they ran into him. I think that he was filming Sudden Impact in the 80s or something like that. And so they had a chance to, my wife had a sit down sandwich lunch with Clint Eastwood when she was a kid, which was, you know, she must have been 10 or 12 years old. So he's tops in my book. And that little video makes me want to watch those movies. Let's slow down. Oh, is that it? Oh my God. That's hilarious. I didn't fully get it when I was watching it. I was like, wait, why is that dog? His lips aren't moving, but the barking is still, so I got confused for a second.
What about Bill Cosby? Did you ever get to meet him or not? Before he had all the problems? Is being a one of the problems? Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh my God. Theo Vaughn is hilarious. Cat Williams. Anyway, it looks like Cat Williams was sitting on the Between Two Ferns set, and Theo Vaughn was on a completely different place. But that's a spicy clip there. A couple of funny dudes. Bill Cosby, picture pages and Jello. Bad scene, man. Bad scene.
Thank you. This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy. Chainsaw!
That's an awesome video. If you take these sounds by themselves, like you actually didn't watch the video and just heard the sounds that Elon Musk is making, actually be a kind of a terrifying video. But I will tell you this right now. I'm just straight up Javier Milei. I'm a very, very big fan. And I don't know. I was watching that video and I was like, I'm glad that he didn't turn it on. Let me just put it that way, because it would be a bad scene if he did. But yeah, that was an appropriate gift. And he's going through, and let me just put it this way, he's freeing up a lot of our money that was being badly misspent. But those are two guys I admire a great deal. So yeah, it's a big thumbs up for me.
As it feeds on the honeycomb, its uniquely shaped feathers act as protective armor for its body, preventing the bees from stinging. A special membrane shields its eyes, while a strange substance coats its feathers, possibly serving as a deterrent during its death-defying raid.
Well, that's a terrifying video. I am very much, not less so now than I was, when I was younger, but I do not enjoy bees in general. At least I didn't when I was a kid, but it's because I never got stung. I finally got stung in Hawaii on my heel. And so I'm walking along and I get this searing pain in my heel. And all of a sudden I look down and there's this little stinger pumping into my foot. And my foot got blew up, and it got super hot. I definitely don't have the armor that bird had. And but now I like bees. I think bees are cool. I'm not too bothered by them, actually. They're very, very helpful. So
this is how hot chocolate was made 300 years ago. The recipe has you whisk together sugar, cinnamon, cardamom, and the cocoa nibs. Then this is all ground by hand, or if you don't want to spend all day grinding, you can put it in a food processor with some vanilla. Even then, it'll still take 10 to 15 minutes to get all ground up, and the whole thing turns into something like a gritty paste. This paste is then formed into a cake, which after it cools will be hard as a rock. Then you heat some milk on the stove, chop off a few small pieces of the chocolate, and whisk it into the hot milk. The first chocolate house that served this kind of drink opened in London in 1657, and it remained a popular drink of men and women throughout much of the 18th century, though as coffee became more popular with men, some people started to consider chocolate to be a woman's drink. But that is just silly, because hot chocolate is delicious. Now once the chocolate is fully melted, you can pour it into a cup and sip. I actually use this cool chocolate pot from the 1700s, but that's because I'm a nerd. This 300-year-old style of hot chocolate is so much richer and decadent than the modern version, and the full recipe is up on YouTube or on tastinghistory.com.
I did not know that they had food processors in the 1700s, but that's pretty amazing. Just kidding. But that's great. Hot chocolate. Very much in favor of that. Thumbs up. Actually, that looks really delicious. I'd probably try that myself someday. That's awesome. I have a friend of mine. He's a pro skater, and I told him that one of my big dreams was to be a professional skateboarder, and I said I'd like him to coach me and teach me how to skate. That video gives me hope that I could actually one day learn to be a skater. But I told my friend that, and he said, let me just put something in perspective for you. He goes, when you're young, your body hurts all the time. At your age, it will hurt all the time. Like it will never stop hurting. He goes, he's like, I'm all for someone making their dreams come true, but I need to kill that dream dead before you ever even start. He goes, you should not take up skating. You should not take up skating in your 40s and 50s. And I was like, all right, that's one that'll stay a dream. No McTwist for me. No McTwists.
I done seen this dance about 3,000 times. And even me seeing this video right here where they slow it down, I still won't be able to get it. So as a black man who could dance, this really hurt my feelings not to be able to do this. I know a lot of people gonna be like, oh, I understand it now. No, you don't. Let me see a video of you doing it. You don't understand it now.
Oh, dude, I love that dance. What's it called again? The slick back, whatever. The levitating dance that I saw one where this girl was doing it, and I swear her feet never touch the ground and she goes in a big circle. That's hilarious. That's something that I want to do. I think it's very, very impressive. You know, I've figured out how to do the floss thing. That was kind of fun, but that one's very impressive. I think that one day I'll give it a shot. You might see something on a upcoming episode.
Niemals.
Well, it looks like someone's going to get a new car out of the deal for a ticket. I got a ticket once, and I took a turn, and the arrow said that that's where I was supposed to turn, but I misread it. It's actually really good. This is a practical tip for you if you get a ticket. And so I showed up, and the officer showed up at the courthouse, and I said, look, I read the sign, and it said it pointed that way, so I turned that way, and I went around the thing, and the officer said, yeah, but the sign clearly posted that you're supposed to go down this alley, et cetera, et cetera. I said, but it was confusing, and I read, this is a tip, I read the code that I was being charged with. You should always read the code, what you're being charged with. And I read the code line by line to the judge, and I said that it shall be a clearly posted, easy to understand sign or something along those lines. And the judge asked the officer, says, would you have been confused by the sign? And the officer said, yeah, absolutely. And the judge said, all right, dismissed. See ya, get out of here. So read the code. Uh-oh.
Yep. Oh no! I can't believe I'm getting this on video. Just go past him, Clayton. Go in towards him and past him. Here, grab. Just get in the boat, bag. I think he's trying.
Never ever getting a ring. Ever. How could you do that?
All right. I think I don't know. I'm usually pretty good with the accents. I think that's Kiwis. I think they're from New Zealand. Could have been Australian. I would have, I would have said that they're Australians because Australians are crazy. But actually, the Kiwis are pretty crazy too. So anyway, yeah, that's a funny video. I like that. They're crazy Kiwis jumping in the water. I think I would have done the same thing. Someone asked me the other day, it's like, did you ever go skiing? And I said, yeah, I grew up skiing, and I would always go to Mammoth for like, I don't know, 15 years. I went to Mammoth like every season, 2 or 3 times a year, and skiing and snowboarding. And I will tell you, avalanches, definitely big fear. Like that's something you don't want to mess with. So, hey, listen, I thought that those were some great fun videos and, some sure like a couple of exciting stories. What did you think? What did you think of those videos? Those are some of the probably most viral ones, which is why they wanted me to watch them and comment on them. But leave your comments below and let me know which one you thought was the best or the funniest or any thoughts that you have on that. And by the way, if anybody knows Clint Eastwood, just tell him thanks for taking my wife to lunch when she was a kid. She really, really enjoyed that sandwich with her dad. And, I'm sure that Herb would say hello if he had the opportunity to. But outside of that, make sure that you like and subscribe. Tune in for the next episode. Turn on notifications so that you can get the notified when we post more stuff. And outside of that, we'll see you on the next episode of the Coleman Nation. Take care, everybody. Bye.